Hello and welcome everyone, Arhart here, and today at long last I can share with you guys my brand new setup tour for 2025. Super excited to show you what I've got in my new office space, so without further ado, let's take a look at it. So this is a project that I've been working on for over a year now. Now some of you might be thinking, where the heck are you, Lionheart? We're used to seeing you in like a back bedroom somewhere, a little box room. Where are you now? This looks spacious. And that's because it is. I'm in my garage. But obviously it's not a garage anymore. So this all started about a year ago when I was talking to a neighbor of mine who's a builder and kind of general contractor. And he was like, we could convert like the rear 2/3 of your garage for probably a fraction of the cost that it would take a company to come in and convert it all for you. Okay, granted, they could probably do it within a few weeks. This will probably take us a good few months. This was also about the time before my second child was born, so I knew this would be a long-term project to do. Obviously, as I had the office previously set up in the house, I was in no rush to kind of immediately do this. It was something I was happy to work on slowly. So it has been a year of slowly but surely seeing this project come to life, and I'm just so excited to be in this space now. It's a night and day difference from what I've had before, and also this is my first ever proper, true, dedicated like workspace that I know is always going to be my workspace. Previously, when I first started content creating back in 2009, I was in my bedroom at my parents' house. Then when me and my girlfriend, or then girlfriend, now wife, bought our first house in 2017, I had the rear bedroom, which then became my office / nursery when we had our first child. So I've always known that my space was never going to be truly mine long term. So this is why I got really excited about this. We've spent about £5,000 on the materials, building a kind of stud frame in here, all the insulation, getting the electrics, which thankfully were already in the garage, but wired all round for lights, power outlets, and also getting Ethernet run out from the house here. Most of the work has been a combination of myself, my neighbor, doing the vast majority of the work with one or two of his friends coming and helping as well. One or two contractors to help with things like plastering, a little bit of decorative work, and also getting that Ethernet run out. But yeah, I've had a lot of fun learning a lot of like interesting bits and pieces that come with converting a space and also setting up. But also it's just been, just a really fun journey to go on and to finally bring a permanent gaming creator office space, studio, whatever you want to call this, to life. And I'm so thankful to you guys for supporting me through the years in my content creation journey, and hopefully will continue to support me for the foreseeable future, because I don't plan on going anywhere. This is where I will be now, unless I win the lottery. But yeah, I'm so thankful that I'm not in the house anymore. Having that work separation, work personal life kind of divide is phenomenal, and I'm super excited to just have my own permanent space where I can muddle around entertaining you guys. But yeah, thank you all of you tuning into the content over the years, be it here from the very start in 2009 or more recently you found me or somewhere in between. Thank you for just tuning in and supporting the journey so far. And of course, a huge thank you to various sponsors that have worked with me to bring this setup to life. NZXT and Elgato, and continued support over the years from the likes of Noble Chairs and Overclockers. They've all made this possible. So without further ado, let's go through the stuff in my office space. So this is the NZXT Player 3 Prime, the 2024 edition, because they're currently refreshing their Player pre-built PC lineup. I'm assuming with the 50 series of NVIDIA graphics cards, but my PC, I got it middle of last year, so it has an i9 14900KF CPU, 64 gig of DDR5 RAM, an RTX 4090, and it's all packaged up in the beautiful NZXT H9 Flow case, which I absolutely love. I love having my PC as like a display piece as well, which is why I have it up on its own separate desk to the side of my setup. I've tried my best to cable manage it. I think there's probably going to be a few more revisions on that cable management in the kind of coming weeks and months. I want to tweak it a little bit, but huge shout out to Midgeman description for the recommendation on the cable sleeve. I'll put a link to absolutely everything that I'm using in the description, so you can check out everything I'm using. And if you've got any questions about the setup as we go through, let me know. If you want to know what a specific component or piece is, or if you have any recommendations, if you feel like there's something I'm missing that I need, let me know down in the comments below. But let's start off with the monitors that I'm using. I've got two monitors. One is a 1440p Lenovo Legion monitor. It's one that I had left over from my previous sponsorship and set up with them. And then front and center, the main monitor is an NZXT Canvas 32-inch. Again, 2560 by 1440p resolution, 165 hertz, G-Sync compatible. It is a lovely monitor, and I love that it's curved. I do love a curved monitor. Man loves his curves. And I am actually thinking one of the upgrades I already want to do to this setup, and my New Year's resolution this year to kind of meme it out, is to go 4K. And I want to replace my main monitor with a 4K panel and actually start recording all my gameplay content in 4K. I've got a PC that's powerful enough to do it. YouTube obviously supports that playback. It's far more accessible than ever before. So yeah, why not have that as an option? Obviously, you'll still be able to watch at lower resolutions of 1440p, 1080, 720, however you want to watch it. But I feel like I can probably, that's the next jump up in quality for my content, doing it natively in 4K. If you have a 4K curved monitor recommendation for me, let me know, because I'd be very interested to get some thoughts on what I should upgrade this with. But I'll probably keep the 32-inch and just move that either to replace the Lenovo Legion panel, or I might move it over to the other side. Who knows? Anyway, rest of the stuff on my desk, I'm using the NZXT Function 2 TKL keyboard and the NZXT Lift 2 mouse. Obviously, NZXT provided the PC and a whole suite of peripherals, but they're really nice. They gave me full customization options. As you can see, I've gone for a white theme with this PC. I've really wanted to do a white themed build for quite some time. I just need to get a white GPU in there at some point to make it a full Blizzard. I think that's what I'm calling my PC. Do you guys name your PCs? Is it just me that does that? I like to give them a name. That's the Blizzard system. But yeah, they're really nice, responsive. The keyboard has lots of customization options. You can actually change the amount of pressure that you put on each key, which is really cool, especially if you look to do like competitive gaming and you want kind of multiple key presses doing different things, different pressures and sensitivities. Really cool. The Lift 2, really comfortable mouse, does what it needs to do. Plenty of customizable options that you can do via the NZXT Cam software. Then for a headset, I've got these beauties, the SteelSeries Arctis Nova Pro Wireless, and these are by far my favorite wireless headset out there. And these also, I believe, are the only true wireless headsets on the market, because typically when you run out of battery with a wireless headset, you have to plug it in to keep using it and to kind of charge it on the go. Something that SteelSeries have been doing for years now is using removable batteries, hot swappable batteries, and you get another one in the little dock that comes with these, and you just, when your battery runs out in your ear cup, couple of seconds, you pop off the magnetic side plate, you pop the battery out, you pop it back in the dock, you take the one that was out of the dock and you pop it back in the headset, and then you've got that battery charging up and you've got a fully charged one ready to go. You're down from using your headset for 5-10 seconds tops, and then you're good to go again. No wires ever needed for these headphones. They're incredibly comfy, lightweight. They've got like a ski band design. If you've used any of their Arctis wireless headsets, this is just the latest iteration of them. They are crazy expensive for a headset, but comfort, wireless, sort of versatility, connectivity options, I can't think of any better than these. Absolutely love them. So comfy as well. These are actually paired up with an NZXT bit of tech, which is their Switch Mix headset stand. And this is probably a really niche use case for just headset and speaker combo. But essentially, as a creator, I'm constantly switching between having audio played out of my speakers for when I'm editing or just browsing or not gaming, not streaming, not recording, and then having the need to, when I want to go live or create content, instantly switch to headphone audio. Now, kind of first world problem of you can just switch it with a quick keyboard command or something like that. I've had software that's done that in the past and it's never just always worked. It's sometimes bugged out and the hotkeys have stopped working. What the NZXT Switch Mix headset stand does, it has a pressure plate on top of the headset stand and it instantly detects the moment you take your headphones off and switches your audio playing out from your speaker device to the headphones. And likewise, when you're then done streaming, you take your headphones off, you pop them back on the headset stand, it instantly switches back to playback via the speakers. speakers. Now, again, I don't know how many of you might maybe realize how cool of a little thing that is, but to me, that really makes me nerd out and go, yes, that's such a cool solution. And again, I don't think I've seen anyone else develop a system like that instantly switches, and it's all built in. Once you've set it up and configured it and plugged in your audio in and out from your various devices that you want it to work with, brilliant headset stand, great as a mixer control, and that pressure plate is just the icing on the top there, really. It's sublime, and I love it. Speaking of speakers, I'm using the NZXT relay speakers. They come either just as the 2-speaker setup, or you can also add in the bass, the subwoofer as well. I've got it in with the subwoofer. Really, really nice sound. I was considering mounting them on the wall, but didn't decide to do that in the end because I'm on a standing desk, and we'll come back to that in a minute. So that's how I hear my audio, but how do you guys hear me? I use the Shure SM7B microphone, which is an incredibly popular microphone, not just for content creators and streamers, but singers and all sorts of vocal talent absolutely love this microphone because it's so powerful, versatile, it's got great clarity, easily adjusts to EQ profiles and settings. I love that I can draw out extra bass and depth to my voice with this, and it just suits my content really nicely. It's not the cheapest microphone out there, and I wouldn't recommend it if you're just starting out your content creation journey, but if you've been creating content for a number of years now and you're looking to upgrade and improve your audio quality, it's certainly one to consider. It does need a pretty powerful preamp or mixer. I use the Elgato Stream Deck Plus with the XLR dock, and I'm honestly blown away at how well that bit of kit works, and thrilled when Elgato reached out to support this setup with this bit of gear in particular. I was previously using a Go XLR, which is a great mixer, but it's big, it's bulky, and it honestly did a lot more than I needed it to do. So shrinking that and a few other bits of hardware that I was using all into one nice small package that the Stream Deck Plus and XLR dock combo has is just absolutely brilliant. Plus that links with the Wavelink software from Elgato, which honestly blows my mind that all the options and configurations that you have with that bit of software. Probably do a separate video if you guys are interested. Let me know in the comment section about my Wavelink setup and all the effects and things like that I have and routing options. But yeah, it's an incredibly cool bit of kit and bit of software. Do check that out if you haven't done so already. So we have the Shure SM7B on Elgato's Wave Mic Arm Pro. It's a low profile arm, and I'm a big fan of low profile arms because that way you avoid cutting off, you know, some of your nice background that you spent time setting up, or your face as well, because often you'll end up doing that on a scissor arm with a boom arm with a microphone to get the microphone nice and centrally placed so that it picks up your voice. And I hate seeing creators spend all this time on creating a really nice backdrop or having a really nice well-lit kind of central camera presence and then end up losing half their face or half their shot with a scissor arm coming on in. So yeah, low profile arms for the win. Talking about framing and cameras, I use a Sony a6400 camera with a Sigma 16mm 1.4 aperture prime lens, which gives me this nice little blurred background effect as well, combined with 2 Elgato key lights for good lighting. Helps obviously maximize the visual quality from the camera as well, and allows me to customize my options. I can easily do that via the Stream Deck, just turning the lights on and off as I need to, and I can adjust all the settings as well via the Elgato software. The camera is connected to my PC via an Elgato Cam Link as well, something I've been using kind of half of this Elgato stuff for about 4 or 5 years now, so the other bits they sent me for this setup just naturally fitted into the ecosystem. Let's talk about the biggest and perhaps most important part of this whole setup, because everything is sat on it, the desk. It's the Secret Labs Magnus Pro XL, and it's absolutely massive, as is the price tag for it, but I don't regret spending a single penny on it because of all the versatility and options that it provides with this setup. If you haven't already been able to tell, it is a standing desk, which means that I can sit or stand however I want at various different customizable heights. I love using it during streams when I want to kind of stretch my legs a little bit. I'm thinking I might even look to get a treadmill so I can kind of do some walking streams and things like that and keep a little bit more active, because often I am just sat down on my tuchus all day. We'll come back to that in a moment, but all the other things that I love about this desk, obviously it's massive, it's got plenty of space for all my monitors and lights and mic arms and various bits and pieces, but it's got a brilliant series of cable management options, notably a huge cable management tray that runs the full width of the desk along the back, so you can easily hide all your cables in it. You can also get some LED lighting options as well to add some nice aesthetic options to complement your setup however you want to. But yeah, they've really built this with kind of full cable management in mind, so you have a really nice clean setup. And again, obviously being a standing desk as well, it can fit whatever kind of use case that you want there as well. Now, Coming back to Matukus, the chair. It's a Noble Chair Hero with a custom Lionheart logo, which is something that Overclockers and Noble Chairs offer in collaboration together. So you can upload your own custom logo or avatar. I've had this for a number of years now, and I absolutely love it. My butt loves it. My back loves it. And I always say, compare this to something like a really good pair of running shoes, because these chairs aren't the cheapest things. But seeing as I'm sat down in it Monday to Friday every single week, I need something that's, you know, good, it's premium, and it's got decent ergonomic support that's going to look after me as much as possible using it every single day. Looking around the rest of the room, I've got 18 of Elgato's wave panels, loads of them behind my desk so that it can pick up audio directly kind of in front of where I'm speaking, and also a whole cluster back there of panels in a mix of white, black, and blue. They make such a world of difference. I did a load of testing actually during a live stream so people could actually hear the difference. It basically helps reduce the echo in the room and helps add additional sound treatment. We did actually pack behind the insulation a load of rock wool, which is good for sound insulation, stopping outside audio coming in, but we need to do some sound treating in here to stop my voice kind of bouncing around and it sounding very echoey, and I'm so pleased with the result of these panels. Also, I should say these panels, they fit onto a little plastic frame, which just gives you nearly infinite options on how you want to set them up and how you want to frame them around your room. They're really easy to install, adjust, remove, clean, and everything. Again, kind of 10 out of 10 to Elgato with that part of the ecosystem. They just work really well. Looking at the lighting options that we've got in the room, we've got 6 spotlights as the main lights in here, but I've added in some nice aesthetic lighting. We've got the Lionheart logo there made out of Nanoleaf canvas squares, and then we've got the OG Nanoleaf light panels at the back there, which I think adds a nice little kind of vibe to the room. I can change those colors however I want via the app on my phone. Also got some Govee light strips over the back of the wave panels behind my desk, which I really like. It adds a nice little accent lighting. I'd like to add some more lighting as well, and Elgato have sent their lighting pro pack, so I'll probably look to add that in there as well with some more LEDs that I can easily control via the Stream Deck as well. For storage, I've got a couple of IKEA Kallax units, which are just really easy. I've got the kind of fabric drawers that just sit in there, and that's where I can tidy all my spare gear and crap away when I'm not using it, so it kind of keeps this nice clean feel that I've got on the initial part of the desk. Now, the one final part of this setup, which I haven't really talked about, and I'll likely do another video because it's not yet finished, is the secondary desk back there, where you can see there's some other boxes. It's still a little bit of a work in progress, and that is going to be my Warhammer painting desk that I plan on doing some streams. I've done them in the past, but not that regularly, mainly because I've never had a dedicated kind of hobby desk. Typically, I would do my Warhammer streams on my main gaming desk, but then I'd have to clear that away after an hour or two and set everything back up again. So it was a bit of a hassle. So something I wanted to do when I saw the space that we were creating in here was to have my own permanent dedicated craft and hobby desk. So I'm really excited. That's nearly done. As you can see, we've got some IKEA pegboards. I've got all my paints, got all my paint brushes ready to go there. I'm hoping that in the next month, I'll be able to start streaming some mornings each week, doing some model building, model painting, and taking it from there, because my pile of shame is really big. So I need to work on that. So while that Warhammer and hobby desk setup isn't quite finished yet, I did just want to show you guys some of the bits of tech that I'll be using on it. And I'll do a full video on it once it's finished. But Elgato sent me their Facecam Mark II, which I'm going to use as a top-down camera to shoot the models and show you guys that on stream and in the videos while I'm building and painting them. And so you guys can hear me on that setup without messing up the audio setup that we've got here. They've also sent me their Wave DX microphone, which is a dynamic microphone like the Shure SM7B. It's XLR as well, and I'll be very interested to see how this sounds, because I've heard some really good things about it. In fact, that you can get it sounding very close to the Shure SM7B, but that is a fraction of the price. So stay tuned for that. That's the setup tour. I think I've gone through everything that I've got in this space. Again, a huge thanks to all of you guys for all the support over the years, because without all of you guys, this just wouldn't have happened. Wouldn't have moved here, I wouldn't have converted this garage, and I wouldn't have been in a position where my content, you know, would enable me to attract sponsors like NZXT and Elgato to help support this build and this setup dream. So thank you for making this a reality. To all of you guys, to NZXT, to Elgato, to Overclockers, to Noble Chairs, all the support they've provided over the years. And I cannot wait to continue to make content from this space for the foreseeable future. So yeah, if there's any questions you've got about the setup, you want to know more, or if you'd like an additional video looking at any of the elements of it, or when I do upgrades, do let me know in the comment section. But until the next one, take care and ciao for now.